what will they do when we are called to help our friends in need? You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there.
Hi everyone, I'm Annalise Bennett, and tonight I want to start off by sharing a quote from Howard Zinn. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight as I present the Unsung Community Hero Award to an individual who is honest, compassionate, and a servant to all. I am proud to announce the 2018 Unsung Community Hero Award to Becky Garrett. Becky is a wife and mother of 2 children. She grew up in West Milton with multiple brothers and sisters, and she has served our community for almost 10 years now. Becky has influenced our community so much over the years by encouraging everyone to get involved in service activities. She always reminds us to give back to the community for what we have gotten. In this speech, I'm going to tell you about Becky's servant behavior and how she leads as a mentor, and how she has personally influenced our community with her strong dedication. Becky surrounds her life in her service. She spends all of her life pouring into other lives, and she focuses on living a selfless life. Becky served our community for almost 10 years now, and she's accomplished many great things. 2 amazing things that she has done is created a nonprofit organization for kids at school and served as a JTI director. These are both very challenging and impressive forms of service. This past year, Becky created a nonprofit organization through Milton Union Schools. This nonprofit organization is called Bulldog Bags. Bulldog Bags are bags of food that we send home with low-income kids that may not receive adequate food over the weekend. Being in charge, Becky goes out, gets the donations, shops for all of the food, and she organizes and recruits all volunteers to help her bag the food. As a servant, Becky focuses on others' needs before her own. She also does this by being a great mentor to all in the community. She is the director of GTI, but she works more as a mentor. She leads us by going through all of the steps and making sure we all fully understand it before moving on. And she always uses words of encouragement. She always gives us great advice whenever we need it. And like Becky always tells us, if you want the kids to have fun and participate, you have to participate too. And it's okay to be a little goofy. This might sound funny, but this is how Becky always encourages us to interact with the kids at camp. Becky has taken over her father's role as JTI camp director. She has been in charge of JTI for 3 years now, and JTI is a camp that is orchestrated for the 7th graders that attend Milton Union Middle School. At camp, we spend the whole weekend getting to know the 7th graders and building relationships with them. Becky always comes around into our small groups and helps us have the serious conversations. And she always tells us that if we ever need anything, she is always there and willing to help. I personally had a student come up to me and tell me about her home life and how she was abused by her father. And I felt completely comfortable, and I immediately went and told Becky. Becky handled the situation perfectly, and she even thanked me for coming forward. She told me that it was a really hard thing to do and that she was proud of me. Through all the activities that Becky has done, she shows her dedication. She dedicates her life to serving others, and being in charge of these activities are very difficult and stressful, but she combats it by being organized and focusing on the kids and their families that she is going to be impacting. Her husband, Ben, always says how proud he is of her and how dedicated she is. He always tells us stories about them going shopping together for food for the Bulldog Bags, and he always jokes around and says, "What's more romantic than serving others with your loving wife?" I have personally experienced Becky's determinism when I was helping bag up Bulldog Bags, and she was bagging foods alongside me, and she had her newborn child strapped to her chest in a carrier. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is the most impressive thing to do, being a mother and working every day for those who are less unfortunate. Today I have described to you why Becky Garrett is the perfect candidate to receive the Unsung Community Hero Award. Becky has helped our community by being a servant leader and how she leads as a mentor. She has personally influenced our community with her strong determinism in many different ways. I want to refer back to the quote I shared earlier by Howard Zinn. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. I want to remind you guys and challenge you to always put others first, just like Becky will, and she will continue to. Thank you for coming out and listening and being a part of Becky's special day.